My name is Faizan. So I've been trading for about 3 years now. In 2021, what a year! It's crazy. I've been seeing all kinds of news. You guys that are maybe newer to the market, maybe some of you guys that are not. Um, Everyone's taking on Wall Street, and this is pretty wild. So there are a lot of things that I wish I knew when I was just starting trading, and I'm here to help you guys take on Wall Street. So, over the years for myself, I've learned a lot. And there's a problem with us day traders, right? There's a 90-90 rule. So, 90% of day traders lose 90% of their accounts within 90 days. And unfortunately, nobody wants to be one of the 90%, right? But if you're just diving right into it with not much knowledge, there's a pretty good chance it's going to happen. I'd like to help you guys avoid that. So here I am today, just telling you a bit about myself, and I'm going to be putting a sample trade of what I did today, and hopefully we'll be continuing with doing more videos like this. So when I started trading, I probably jumped into a lot of the same stuff you guys did, doing small caps, options, because I started with a pretty small account. I think about $1,000 or $2,000, and not much you can do with that, right? What are you going to do putting 1 or 2 thousand into a stock? Maybe you have a lucky day, you're going to get a 50 or 100% move. You're going to make $500 or 1,000 with an amazing trade. And how often is that going to happen? You can't get a trade like that every day. So eventually, I started playing around with options. And options can be good, but they can also really suck. The problem with options are decay. If you get in on a really bullish day or a really bearish day, those options are going to do pretty well for you. Like some of you guys on Reddit, Wall Street Bets are killing it with the options right now, um, making hundreds and thousands percent of gains on stuff like GameStop, AMC. Uh, More power to you guys. You've been killing it. The experience I had with options, um, some of the times you get lucky on a good trade. You know, the options premiums go up like crazy on that day. The other times you end up holding them and they decay like crazy. So every day the option or the stock that you're trading can still be slowly climbing up, or maybe it's staying at the same price. And let's say you have a call, that decay just eats into your profit every day. Um, and we can dive a bit more into that, but basically that's the problem with it. And even I've had days trading something like Apple, which is a great stock, trading options on it. You can have a day where Apple's even doing good, but the call strike that you have, there might be an institution just unloading the shit out of their calls, unloading their options, and you can still see your option premium go down even on a good day. Um, so there's a lot of stuff with options that they can get you too, because basically the institutions are out to get you. They're out to get us as day traders, um, because how do you know how deep into the market you can dive? They know everything and they see everything basically, and we're fighting an uphill battle against them, right? So all we can do is get a bit more knowledge under our belts and do the best we can. I found my success basically with futures after doing a couple of years of trading with stocks and options. Um, so if you guys aren't familiar with it, for day trading with stocks, there's a $25,000 account rule, and if you don't have 25,000, which not many of us have access to, right? If you're just starting out, it's a pretty big chunk of money for a lot of us. and all you're limited to the 3-day trades a day or for the week, and not too much you can do with that either. You know, if you're only trading with a couple thousand, let's say, just like I was, and that can even make you hold the trade sometimes just because you're already getting to your third day trade, or maybe you don't want to close your trade yet because you still want to take more trades for that week. Um, I see it just as another way of getting us stuck in shitty trades. With futures, you can even start. There's micros and minis for trading something like the SPY or the S&P, uh, trading gold, Nasdaq, whatever. You can start with as little as only a couple thousand. I believe right now margins on the S&P micros are about under $2,000 to trade with, and futures are unlimited day trades, but you don't need that $25,000 account. Um, and a mini, which most of us are probably be trading with, is about 12,000 on the S&P to do unlimited day trades. And that's where I found my success doing, saved up enough to get at least that much in my account, and then just keep building it up from there. And they're basically just as leveraged as your options are, because every 25 cents on the S&P gets you $12.50. So you can take tiny moves in the market and make a decent day, every couple days, without having that $25,000 limit, which is a little bit too tough for us to get. And you don't want to be a new trader jumping in with 25,000, because let's face it, you're gonna make mistakes, right? Uh, Everyone does, and all you do is learn with experience. I was lucky enough to have had really good help when I was starting out, and it still took me at least the 2 years to be consistent at it. To making decent, predictable trades every day instead of always taking the risky trades. Which on the good days you can have a really good day. You can have a day that makes up for a month, but you can have a lot of days taking small losses just because you were trading something too risky. Um, because everybody wants to make 100% trade, 1,000% trade, and they're definitely out there. Um, but a lot of the times you get caught on the wrong side of that 100% or that 1,000% trade, right? So um, I want to teach you guys about where I found my success, how I do my day trades. Uh, Basically, I'm going to walk you guys through my mindset when I'm looking for a trade, when I'm jumping into something. Um, so, by no means am I, you know, a professional day trader, but I've done good enough to make myself daily profits, make monthly profits, and keep it going, because you gotta live to trade another day. So I'm gonna have a sample trade going right now. I'll show you guys my trade today on the S&P 500, mini S&P 500 futures. So looking at my long-term trend line, this is all the way basically back from November of last year. So today S&P just started to touch my trend line, so I was already planning for a short side trade. So let's dive into it. All right. Here we go. So market open today. We had a pretty steep drop just out of the market open. Pretty much what I was expecting to happen today. So I waited, being a little patient for a good entry. Um, so we rejected, if you can see on the volume profile to the right, we rejected out of this cluster that we were trading in through the Asian and Euro session, which is Uh, I'm here on the West Coast, so the futures trading through evening and overnight, and we rejected it today. Fell through to the bottom of the next cluster. So I waited for a retest up here of this next cluster that we're building right now. Took a short here, drew out this trend line from the top just before the market opened, and I held that trade on the short side from 39.11 just until it was going to break this trend line. Otherwise, I was expecting a continuation down, maybe a little further here. Right. So looking at this a little bit further away. So here's our yesterday US session, closing at 2, and Asian session opening at 3. Ran up a little bit, and then going all the way into the Euro session at 11. Still trading in this same volume cluster, and that was the rejection from the open. So exactly when that was going to happen is hard to time. So obviously I waited. That fell down and right into the center of this lower cluster. So I waited to find out where we were going to be trading in, our trading range to get a more predictable trade. So as soon as it bounced off of here, which you can also see on the 30-minute chart, the 180 SMA. So bouncing off the 180 SMA on the 30-minute chart, fell through, wigged back up, and then this is where I took the short based off of this volume cluster here. Shorted the top of this looking for a rotation, and then hopefully to close towards the bottom of it. Didn't quite get the best exit, but closed it right at the break of the trend. So all in all, still a good day. So if you guys would like more videos explaining the indicators, what I use to trade, the SMAs, trend lines, etc., different time frames, shoot me some comments down below. Subscribe and like, and I'll keep making these videos for you guys. Thanks.